What is impression evidence?
It is defined as which an object or materials that have retained the characteristic of other object through a direct contact. It is created when one object is pressed against another materials with enough force to leave an impression. Impression may be found in many different types of materials. The quality of the impression depends on the object, making the impression and the surface condition, such as how hard or soft it is, and what type of materials it is. The example of impression evidence are shoe print, tire marks, tool mark, bite marks, and even mark on a fired bullet. The investigator analyzed to find unique characteristic to link shoes, tires, tools, and other objects found in a suspect possession to evidence at a crime scene. The collection of impression evidence can be accomplished using the several methods. The first is the two-dimensional. This type of impression is documented using photography. Some impression may be dusted with fingerprint powder to be photographed or lifted with tape. They may also be collected using an electrostatic dust lifting process. The second one is the three-dimensional. This type of impression can be documented using photography as well as by casting, which involves using a dental stone or a similar substance to preserve a dimensional characteristic of the print. Now, we are going to discuss the examples of impression evidence. The first is the tire tracks. Tire tracks are important in forensic investigation and are usually found in a road accident scene or in an access escape road or other crime scenes. The investigator analyzes the features of the tread pattern, width and depth of the tread pattern, unique characteristic due to the wear pattern or defects. Next is the tool marks. Tool marks is a certain defects on a pattern left on a tool when it is made or used. Tool mark can be used to find matches between the evidence at a crime scene and the tools and object found at the suspect home. The investigator analyzes the features of dimension of the impression, ridges or striation patterns, defects such as nicks and chips, paint chips or metal shards left on a tool. Next is the shoe print. Investigator can analyze a shoe print to determine its class or the type of brand of the shoe. They will also look for the individual characteristics such as the wear pattern and the specific damages or defects. The investigator analyzes the features of tread pattern, size, and depth, wear pattern caused by the way a person walks, material defects or damages. The last one is the bite marks. The investigator can analyze bite marks for the characteristic to help them identify the victims or even the suspect, as well as to exclude others. Mark on the other objects such as styrofoam cups, gums, or foods. Saliva or blood may be left behind that can be tested for DNA. Dental records, including X-ray, can also provide useful information, especially when attempting to identify the victim. The investigator analyzes the features, the type of the bite marks, should it belong to human or in the animals, the characteristic of the teeth, position evidence of dental work, wear patterns, and etc. The color of the areas to estimate how long ago the bite occurred. It may be an old or a recent bite. The last is the swab for the body fluids for DNA test.